So Dr. Umar Johnson thinks that Eminem should not even be in consideration for one of the greatest rappers of all time simply because he's white. Let's go to Hip Hop DX and the Joe Budden podcast for this video.
You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You, rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person. Do you think I could go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I could go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no. And we have to stop naming non-African people, Joe.
But I disagree.
Stay with me, though. Let me finish this. We got to stop naming non-African people as being the best of any aspect of our cultural products.
Joe, I think you
because
can.
it is an insult.
You
It
can.
is an
We
insult.
can acknowledge that the talent is the
Yes, I can acknowledge Eminem's title.
We should. But let me tell you. Go ahead.
For you to put him at the top,
Let me ask you this.
that's white supremacy,
Let me
bro.
tell you this.
That's white supremacy.
What's white culture?
I don't see Eminem building no schools and hospitals.
We gotta
I don't
stop
see
inviting
DJ
people to the
Khaled
cookout.
building no schools and hospitals.
What's the
I
white
don't see DJ Vlad building no vets and supermarkets.
Yo, I'm asking.
No.
Let me ask you a question.
Ain't no
I'm going to just say this. Dr. Umar ain't built no hospitals and schools. He been trying, and I hope that he gets there, but we have been waiting for this school to open. It has not yet. So, but let's get back past that argument and get back to the original. Listen, I don't even want to delve deep into the music part of this because in order to do that, you got to keep up with the music. You got to be abreast to it. You got to listen to it and intake it every day to be given an opinion on what you think is best and greatest of all time and all that. And I don't want to do that no more. Right? I'm tired of it because the music is gnawing away at my brain. And I'm just trying not to keep up with it no more because of how harmful it is to the community and society, especially black folks as a whole. But I will say this. I've heard enough of Eminem's music to know that the dude, he's somewhere up in the top 10. And at least at his prime. Terrible now, but at his prime, he was top 10 up in there somewhere. And to not give him credit for that, it's similar to Jackie Robinson not getting the credit when he first entered the MLB. Right? A white sport created for white men. But when they don't give the accolades to the black man, we lose our mind. They put a bunch of other white men above him, giving them MVP status and all of this. And, oh, he did this and he did that. But you're looking at Jackie Robinson stats like, oh, he's clearing everybody out. Why is you not giving him the propers that he deserves? It's the same thing as basketball. We don't even know that basketball is a white man's sport because we done dominated for so long. You dig what I'm saying? But it is. It's just like white folk telling us that Jordan can't be considered for the greatest of all time. LeBron can't be considered as for the greatest of all time. Julius Erving can't be considered with his 11 rings for the greatest of all time. And we can't have these arguments simply because the white man created this game and only white men can be considered for it. That would sound stupid to us because we're so dominant in the sport. Look at golf. How outraged would black folk have been if Tiger Woods was not given his propers at the time that he was clearing everything out? He's clearly at the top of the game, but if they was just like, yeah, you're number one in everything, all the stats that we're looking at and how you handle yourself and all this, that, but we're going to just put you at number 15 because you're black. And we created this sport and you're not good enough. Listen, all I'm saying is, and Dr. Umar talked about the could we go over to Palestine and be considered to be the greatest of all time and, you know, anything, artistry, food, if you gave us long enough to do it. I mean, look at the food that's here, right? Look what are black folk? What is the go-to thing that black folk are known? Fried chicken, right? You would think that black folk is the end all be all to fried chicken because it's soul food and we know how to fry chicken. But then you look at the restaurants around the U.S. that dominate the more, matter of fact, that dominate around the world. KFC, who was that coming from? White man, right? Popeye's chicken, who that came from? Can't remember his name. White man. Church's chicken, who that came from? Can't remember his name, but it's a white man. And I'm just saying, we have plenty of other races that are coming in, people of Arab descent, Lebanese descent that come in, and they may have wanted to sell some of their food to black folk, but if you're in and around this area, like we know, black folk want what they want. They want some of your food. They want to try your stuff, your flavor, but they still want what they want. Where the fried chicken? Why we in a shawarma place? Where's the fried chicken in the shawarma place? Where's the shawarma fried chicken wrap that we want? Okay? You know how we is. Ridiculous, right? But they ain't going to spend time arguing with you about that. What they going to do, as they have done around these parts here, is learn how to fry chicken. And before you know it, you got all these different places popping up that's fried chicken heavy. And black folk go there and enjoy the chicken all the time. Captain J says what you want to say about them. We be in there every day buying their chicken. Huh? Crispity, crunchity chicken, whoever. We be in there every day buying their chicken. Even in no-name places, Arabs have learned how to fry chicken because that's what black folk want. And you can't tell me that they ain't got good at it over time. And all I'm saying is if you had a blind taste testing, right, of black folks trying chicken, look at New York. It's such a melting pot of all different cultures that different people are learning how to make all these different foods from different cultures. And they learning how to make it well. You know, and we don't know if KFC and Churches and Popeyes just stole the recipe from some black person, which is definitely possible. You know how y'all be stealing, white folk. You know what I'm saying? Definitely possible that happened, but we don't know that to be the truth. And it could have just been a thing of, oh, this is what people are asking for. They're asking for fried chicken. We're going to fry some chicken. And it could have just been them saying, okay, everybody's frying chicken. We're going to fry chicken as well. And they could have learned how to put their little spin on fried chicken. And one thing they did have a heads up on how to do, or one thing that they did learn how to do, was to commercialize it and get it to the masses. Something that black folk are lacking. We didn't learn that lesson. That's why you don't see our face behind any of these massively produced chicken brands. Even though we supposed to be peoples that created it. You understand what I'm saying? But either way, you cannot take away if white folk learned how to fry chicken better than your cousin did, that black folk would prefer in the blind taste testing, that if people set up in the blind taste testing, and it was and all everybody from KFC to Churches to, you know, Captain J's to this, that, and other, to the mom and pop, to somebody around the corner frying chicken, threw they chicken in the hat, and, you know, some white guy was picked to say that's the best chicken I ever had in my life, or some Lebanese guy was picked to say that's the best chicken I ever had in my life. You can't take away the fact that they learned how to do that, and that they did it, and they got you to say that without you being able to know if they were of your culture or not. And I believe it would be the same thing if you placed a black person over in Lebanon and learned how to cook their food and their traditions, and he was talented enough to really get it to be able to trick y'all into you didn't know that a black man cooked it or not. So I'm just saying that in response to this, because Eminem was in and around this culture of rap, and he obviously learned how to do it at an astronomical level. The fact that people place him in the top tens and this, that, and the other. You can't take that away from him just because of his skin color. I understand what Dr. Umar is saying and how hard he tries to rap for the black community, but to just try to discredit the work Eminem put in personally with his pen and his thought process and writing and stringing together those words, I don't think is right to just put color on that and be like, that's the limitation to being able to call somebody the greatest of all time. Because when they do it to us and they exclude us and keep us out of them greatest of all time conversations simply because we're black, we get really irritated about that. You know what I'm saying? And we know that the conversation ain't even real unless we in it. So can you really tell Eminem that we having a conversation about top rappers and he ain't in that? That's come on, man. But hey, this your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think about this, what you don't think. Get at your boy.